Yeah. Uh. No.
What's good, family? Queen Common Sense coming back to you again from the Chi Town remix to the Kakalaka Sticks, child. Oh my God. Y'all will not believe what happened to Queen on yesterday evening. Baby, when I tell you the pause came in clutch for me, okay? I had a unique and exciting experience with the Karen, baby. And then we're gonna segue over into what I came back for. We hopefully everybody is doing well. Uh Drop them eagle feathers in the comment section if you're blessed, feeling smooth and peaceful. Because we can't let nobody steal our peace. It's paramount that we guard our peace just like we would protect our children and our very own life. I cannot stress that enough, honey. Listen, fam. Everybody knows I have Sir Apollo over here, my four-legged fur baby, and we do our walking. We get our steps in, okay? And I am very introverted, and I'm also a night owl. So when I'm off the plantation for a couple of days, I like to stretch out my Black Girl Day off, shout out to Queen Sheba, time and stay up late and enjoy myself in the peace and quiet and stillness. And I share very well, right? I share spaces, I share peace, I share minding my own business very damn well. So we walking on the next block over, and it's beautiful on that particular block because it has a lot of greenery, lots of trees. I love the Carolina pines, and it is quite dark, and that keeps me, a little sharp on me. Uh, and we were kind of walking down the middle of the street because it is so dark. And, if a car comes, I have a very powerful light. So, we can be visible in the dark. And we stopped, Apollo was investigating on the curbside. So we were standing there for a couple of seconds, about 30, 45 seconds go by. And honey, Karen reared her ugly, troll, crinkly puff head up at me, baby. Shined her flashlight in my face like she was 12 and got real jiggy with me. And she was like, "Well, I hope you didn't let your dog ish in my yard." Now, we weren't even on any of her property. We were literally in the street. Paused, let Apollo investigate. He's a bush baby. He like jumping all in the bushes. So he was sniffing around in the bushes, being nosy. and she happened to see our silhouette come up, I'm sure. And it's only one street light on that block, so it's very dark. Um, and I know with the light shining on me, she saw exactly who she was talking to. Okay. So, like I say, Chi Town, we don't do a lot of talking, but at this big age and the lessons through life, I have learned and mastered how to practice the pause. But you know what? I can still get one off without making my crown tilt. Okay. So after she said that, I kind of paused. I thought about it. I said to myself, Self, is she talking to you? And Self said back, yeah, I think she is. Well, maybe we should ask her. I said, who you talking to? She was like, well, I'm just saying. I said, I want to know who you talking to. And she paused as well. And I said, why would I go in your yard and allow my dog to do his business? And she kind of paused again. She was on mute this time. Well, I'm just saying, this is my property. That's my property. And I have to cut the grass. And I said, I don't give a good goddamn what you have to do. I'm in the street, minding my own business. And you should return the favor. So, I got triggered. I'm not even going to play with y'all. I'm not even going to hold you. That triggered Chicago. I'm not even going to front. She kept repeating what she said the first time. And I said, you haven't answered my question. First of all, who are you? And why are you addressing me? So, needless to say, it got a little bit more heated from there. And I stepped further out into the middle of the street. And I had, I was like a Saturday night special child. I went from zero to white hot in about 75 seconds. Okay. But I paused and some said step back. So then I started to proceed to walk away. And the devil on the left shoulder made me slow my stride just to see if she felt so inclined, right? So she exchanged some more slick shit. And then why did she use the term you people? Baby, it was on like the 4th of July then. I invented some colorful adjectives that night. So this was about 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. And I was literally 1 block away from the crib. Now, it got so heated till my words penetrated her empty head so tough, she thought that I was gonna put paws on her, and I was already halfway down the street, making my way on down the street. She still talking shit, popping her shit. So she come, you know, waddling down the driveway towards me, and I say, "Yeah, you come right on down here if you want to. I got something for you." Okay. So then she what? Paused. I said, "One thing's true and another thing is certain. I mind my business, but I return energy. So if you evaluated your decision by approaching me, you better be ready for what you pulling up on. Okay?" So she paused. Okay. And then she said, well, she wanted to explain what she meant by you people. I said, no, we don't have anything else to talk about. You need to take your wrinkled up Oompa Loompa, jug headed, pickle face ass back up in the house and find you some crochet needles or a damn Bible or something, and check yourself before you wreck yourself, toots, because you got the right one tonight, okay? Because y'all already know I'm on a healing journey from being re injured from familial narcissistic abuse, gang stalking, and whatnot. So I am still decompressing, and it's been a year since the re injury after going no contact. And I am not trying to fuck up my vibe, okay? Because I went to my grandbaby's birthday party last weekend and I'm still high from that. So I am a proud grandma G Fly, okay? And I can't afford it. All right. We just can't lose our focus, right? And with every demon is five blessings to follow, right? Ain't that what Queen Melody says? And I live by that. My aunts used to say things like that similar all the time when it came to teaching us how to be poised in the face of adversity, where someone is purposely trying to provoke you to break your blessings, break up your blessings and take you off your square. And when I got done with her, I said, next time you approach me like you talking to a queen. Okay, because you don't come at me sideways. And furthermore, I was minding my business. So you need to stop assuming, stop stereotyping, and never underestimate me. Okay, because you don't know who I am or whose I am. All right. So she was backpedaling, and during that exchange, she was like, "Well, if you touch me, I'ma go get the pew pew." I said, "Well, I might be able to go get a bigger one, huh? You don't know." So that's when she thought about it a third or fourth time, and she did an about face and took her loud and wrong European clear people of no color self back up to her house and went up in the house, shut the door. Okay. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that because number one, I did slightly lose my temper. Number two, I used profanity and a long string of them. And number three, I was off my square for a minute because I was pissed. And I told her I live for this, okay? Because I have a lot of pent up frustrations that I cannot express in the way I so choose, okay? But you target practice tonight, baby, okay? All right? That's what we did. We used her for verbal target. I verbally assaulted her so much so that she wanted to go get a weapon, okay? Just leave it there. So I just wanted to share that little caring experience with y'all, fam. And the world definitely has rapidly mentally fragmented and imploded upon themselves, child. Because I don't know what's going on with these European folks of that caliber. Now, all of them ain't the same, but they all got similarities, honey. And the entitlement and the expectation of us still feel where they still feel the need that we are required to answer to them, no matter on what level it is or what dynamic, they still seem to feel they have the right to delegate our movement and speech still to this day. That is what makes me infuriated. Not the fact that she's an ignorant bitch, okay, and a European one at that. It's just the fact the principle means more to me than anything. This is 2024, okay? And I had to let her know, don't let her former president uh make her regret her decision to approach a militant RBG rider like me, okay? Okay? Cuz I come from, you know, the not fucking around crew, okay? The wish a nigga woods, all right? So I'm just not with the shits, but I got some smoke if you want me to respond. You better be careful and be specific what type of motherfucking response you want, because when you come incorrect, you gonna get corrected. Okay? Period, point blank. I don't give a fuck if it's the smallest nuance of an offense. You not getting away with disrespecting me, because when you disrespect me, you disrespect my ancestors, and you disrespect my children, and you disrespect my grandchildren. If I let that slide, you think it's enabling you to continue to do it. See, that's how narcissistic personalities work. Oh, she didn't say nothing, so it must be okay to keep slipping in little slick disses or calling her girl because, that's cute. They real snarky and passive aggressive when you check them. And they hold that until the next time they anticipate crossing paths with you again, and then they slide it in again and try to take the temperature to see if you still on that type of time from the last time. Okay? I peeped it. I'm big on energy. I may look and sound sweet and slow and nice and laid back, but I'm far from stupid. Okay? And I pick up on a whole lot of shit that I don't have to see with my eyes. So it was interesting. And then I followed up because this morning when I woke up, I was still pissed off. And it wasn't pissed off because I was arguing with an ignorant fool. I was pissed off because that touched my soul, that you people. Okay. And then she threatened me. So I don't take threats too lightly at all, whether it's against me or my peoples. All right. So we went on ahead and filed a police report and documented that. Okay. And then I keep telling people, stop fucking with empaths and energy benders and alchemists. Okay. Stop fucking with healers and harassing the fuck out of us and poking the sleeping bear, the sleeping rattlesnake, or the sleeping shark, or the slumbering alligator just below the surface of the lake. Stop fucking with us because you don't know who you fucking with. And when you touch and ignite a fire with God's chosen, your karma is going to boomerang back on you faster than you could blink sometimes. Okay, so after I made my police report, they went to speak with her and then they returned to speak with me and conclude the matter. And the officer, when he pulled up, he said it was so many cats in there. If he was allergic, he would have went in anaphylactic shock. And in this county in which I reside, you are only allowed to have 4 animals. Okay. So touche, bitch. Learn to leave people alone that's not fucking with you. Now, we're going to move on because I want to take a deeper dive into social engineering and kind of bring up the rear with some very interesting facts that I think you all might find eyebrow raising and might resonate with the most recent discovery or revelation or exposure, I should say, which is a more appropriate term. The most recent exposure of somebody mishandling someone's else's PII, okay, off of the strength of retaliation and embarrassment, in my opinion. Okay. Now, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, and I'm not trying to step in between, two very capable people who can express and themselves, and got nice sharp sword, but I am my sister's keeper. Okay. So I might not have a dog in the race, but I do got some stake in the fight when it comes to backing up and pulling up on anybody who wants to misuse, disrespect, or try to endanger one of my people, one of my sisters. Okay. I don't have to know her and be friends and hang tight with her to have her back. Okay. And I'm going to do it in a way that is very unattached. I'm just going to educate a little bit deeper on PII versus NPI, social engineering, and how deep this go, why it is very imperative that you protect those two things and be careful who you share it with, on what servers, what apps, and things of that nature. Okay. And the ramifications behind abusing PII and NPI. Okay, so we gonna read a little something, okay? And we're gonna have a peekaboo at this here thing because people need to know. People need to know, and it is very important that we stay informed and in the loop in the age of technology. Uh, things are really taking off with artificial intelligence, um, just digital development, uh, overall, cybersecurity. Things are really, really out there in the stratosphere when it comes to evolution in technology, and that's why it's very important to understand what encrypted and secure means versus not non-secure or unencrypted. And what that means in connection with PII and NPI. So let's take a look at this little article, and we're gonna take a little short ride um, on this journey to show how serious it gets when you trifle around with people's personal information. Let's go.
Despite being passed in 2018, California first used the state's Consumer Data Privacy Act to enforce penalties on a violating company in 2022. In September, the personal care and beauty retailer Sephora settled for $1.2 million in fines with the state's attorney general over charges that the company illegally sold customer data to third-party ad servers and failed to honor customers' opt-out requests. Similarly, the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, hit Uber's subsidiary, Drizzly, earlier this month with restrictive penalties for failures to fix known vulnerabilities that precipitated a breach of 2.5 million customer records. The FTC is already poised.
Did y'all hear that? Let that sink in. Let's sit there. Let that sit there right there. Restrictive penalties for failures to fix known vulnerabilities that precipitated a breach of 2.5 million customer records. Okay, let's keep going, y'all. Hold on.
The FTC is already poised to take more aggressive action over consumer data privacy violations when the Commission's updated safeguards rule goes into effect in June 2023. Note that this deadline was extended by 6 months in November 2022. The original date that this would go into effect was December 9, 2022. Businesses that collect and handle different types of potentially sensitive consumer data, such as personally identifiable information, PII, and non-public personal information, NPI, must understand their regulatory obligations for different kinds of personal information and prepare for impending changes. In this brief guide, we'll cover 3 major types of consumer data: PII, personally identifiable information, NPI, non-public personal information, and SPI, sensitive personal information, and how to handle them. What is PII, personally identifiable information? PII refers to any kind of data a third party could use to identify a specific individual. This definition extends to any information, either a single data point or a conclusion drawn from an aggregate of multiple data points, that would suffice to distinguish one individual from another or otherwise de-anonymize an individual. Organizations that collect PII for business purposes must protect it to prevent financial crimes against themselves and their customers.
Okay. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Okay. This is very serious. All right. when PII, NPI, or SPI is exposed knowingly, there's very heavy consequences. Now, come on, let's peep. Let's peep.
Exposure of PII gives malicious actors the tools to perpetrate fraud, identity theft, money laundering, and other serious federal crimes. In the U.S., the General Services Administration, GSA, defines and regulates PII. The GSA's rules of behavior for handling personally identifiable information stipulate that any information that could distinguish or trace an individual's identity, either alone or when combined with other personal or identifying information, constitutes PII. The GSA does not enumerate a definitive list of PII data types as changes in technology render the definition somewhat fluid. Single-point types of PII typically include 1. Personal names. 2. Home addresses. 3. Email addresses. 4. Telephone numbers. 5. Dates of birth. 6. Passport numbers. 7. Driver's license numbers. 8. Fingerprints. 9. Social security numbers. 10. Credit or debit card numbers. Potential multi-point PII may involve 1. Places of birth. 2. Business phone numbers or email addresses. 3. Demographic data, such as race, ethnicity, or religion. Financial institutions typically collect PII when verifying an individual's identity in their KYC processes. Businesses also do this when creating customer accounts for recurring payments or establishing multi-factor authentication. Financial institutions must prioritize the security and responsible handling of PII to fulfill their obligations, maintain customer trust, and mitigate the risk of identity theft and financial fraud. Customer due diligence.
You heard it. Financial institutions must prioritize the security and responsible handling of PII to fulfill their obligations, maintain customer trust, and mitigate the risk of identity theft and financial fraud. Let's go.
Customer due diligence, everything you need to know about CDD. And how to protect your organization from criminals. What is NPI? Non-public personal information. NPI is a subset of PII, as defined in the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act, GLBA. NPI applies to PII financial institutions collect when performing a financial service on behalf of a customer. This excludes information known to be publicly accessible in federal, state, or local records and information previously disclosed by the media. As such, NPI varies from customer to customer and does not fit a fixed list of data types. In the US, the primary regulatory control concerning the use and handling of NPI is the FTC's Safeguards Rule. With the sensitive nature of NPI data, financial institutions should invest in cybersecurity measures, encryption, data access controls, and employee training to prevent data breaches and unauthorized access. The mishandling of NPI data can lead to financial loss, identity theft, and legal consequences for both the institution and the individuals affected. What is SPI? Sensitive Personal Information. SPI, also known as sensitive personal data, is a general term in cybersecurity and information security. The U.S. law does not contain any specific definition of the term or regulation of the information type. However, the EU's General Data Privacy Regulation, GDPR, distinguishes personal information from sensitive personal information, SPI. In the GDPR, personal information comprises any information that identifies a specific individual. SPI is a subset of data that may expose an individual to adverse treatment by other individuals, companies, or any kind of socio-political group. These include 1. Political opinions or affiliations. 2. Ethnic or racial origins. 3. Religious or philosophical beliefs. 4. Trade union memberships. 5. Genetic or biometric data. To ensure that SPI cannot be linked to PII, NPI, or other customer data types, the GDPR mandates that organizations that collect and store this type of data quarantine SPI from other types of personal information in their storage architecture. Identify and safeguard your client information. File Invite's secure, SOC 2 Type 2 compliant file sharing and document portal platform provides financial institutions and other regulated industries with a powerful tool to protect consumer data privacy and comply with national and international regulations. eliminating the need to rely on email for the exchange of sensitive client information through automated 256-bit encryption for file storage and transmission. File Invite streamlines document collection processes while providing both you and your clients enhanced data security protections. Sign up for your free plan of File Invite today. Related posts: 5 ways to send files securely across your distributed workforce. What is the FTC Safeguards Rule and who does it impact? How to choose the right fintech for customer onboarding. Privacy and security. Data privacy. Similar posts. Privacy and security. Personally identifiable information, PII, policies, identifying and safeguarding sensitive data. To mitigate the risk of exposing customers' personally identifiable information to unauthorized users, companies may wish to formulate PII policies.
And there we go. Okay, there you go. It's very serious. Okay. Exploiting someone's PII, NPI, or SPI. The government regulates how these things are monitored. This data is monitored when you have a corporation, an LLC, anything with that deals with financial institutions and transactions digitally. Okay, that's that chip in your card. So it doesn't matter if a person has the card or not. A lot of these platforms and apps and things that we shop through and pass our SPI and NPI and PII through is attached to that damn chip. Okay. So plainly put, if you violate that chip that belongs to somebody else, some real serious stuff can happen. All right. So I'm just going to leave that there. And we're going to revisit for a quick hot second just to reiterate what exactly happened and how serious it is with Queen Sheba. We're gonna revisit what she said she discovered and was confirmed with receipts. What happened? Okay, so let's peep one more time. Okay, we're just gonna do the little audio. Shout out to Queen Sheba. You know, we gonna keep stepping on the necks of these demons. Okay, because there is absolutely no reason for anybody to disrespect you just because they don't like what you say, how you look, or where you're from, your background, your ethnicity, how much money you have or don't have. Okay. Just that's why I shared my Karen story as well. Okay. Just because you had a bad experience with previous people letting their dog relieve themselves in your yard does not mean every dog owner that walks past your yard will do the same thing. And that's the same thing with that you people statement, which then is still in connection with and tied to the unmitigated gall of this clear woman to come down off her porch and approach me about a situation that I had nothing to do with and I was minding my own motherfucking bit. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. I was minding my own damn business. Okay. Um, and like I said, once again, I repeat, I'm an introverted person normally. I stay to myself and I prefer that. Okay. But when I do want to mingle and socialize, I am very comfortable doing that as well. Do I have some social anxiety? Yes, I do. Because, like I said, the world is going straight to hell in a handbasket in the vein of narcissism, Leviathan, and Legion being exposed and ripped to shreds. Okay? It's a spiritual thing. It has nothing to do with anything else but energies. Okay? And because I have survived so much mental and emotional torment as a young girl growing up through my womanhood as late as last year, okay, I am far from out of touch with what I know to be true. Energy never lies, okay? Energy never lies. 10 out of 10, when I pick up on something, it's accurate, okay? That's what empaths do. So let's peep this little piece. Uh, just, we gonna tie it up in a nice little bow about what had happened to our Queen Sheba. Now let's go, people.
This is very important to follow. If we go through who all has this information been shared with from Stormy, so now we obviously, so at this point, I haven't established where he got it from. And I had to sit back, no emotion. And I told myself,
This is when she was doing her investigation, right? Connecting the dots swiftly as we do. You know, women are empaths and supernovas and indigo children and intuitives and clairvoyants and prophets, readers, seers, natural investigators. Okay. And our overthinking trait always serves us well in the right situations. Let's go.
it'll come to you. So as we're going through the comments, Maritha Gray, man, that's some vodka I would love with cranberry juice. Bingo. I said, okay. She's in it. She's a willing participant. That's one of his close advisors. She's down for it. And I go through the comments and I'm looking. Okay, so I know she's in it. I know this person is in it. That person is in it. All right, not a big deal. In my head, I'm like, okay, now this motherfucker is trying to let me know I got you, boo. How is this man going to use my information? And am I safe? That was my first thought. How does this man plan on using my information? And am I safe? Am I safe? My second thought was if this man shows up to my house, may God bless him and his family. Because at this point, I don't know. But you are sending me a clear warning, and I don't know your intentions. Okay. Now, let me go to something else. I got a very disturbing, confidential message.
Y'all check this out. This is serious. You're going to see it all mesh together and it's going to, a light bulb, a firework is going to pop up above your head when she says this after the presentation of the NPI and the PII I just gave you. Check this out.
And I was notified that Stormy Still utilized my customer information, handed it over to Anthony Lofties to intimidate, harass, stalk, and bully me because she didn't like the fact that I was giving reviews about not receiving my product, which is fact. I did not receive my product. Now, I am going to play for you an audio where not only does Anthony say with his own mouth that he saw my information, he also indicates to me he exposed Stormy. Okay. He exposed Stormy. But before I jump there, I want you to listen very carefully. He's going to name people when you hear this audio. And I said, okay, because these are people that are condoning this behavior, even though it's illegal. So let me go ahead and play it. Let me go ahead and play it.
Everybody coming in. Y'all, hey, Auntie Marita, Auntie Mildred. I see Auntie Michelle in here.
Now we about to hear the most epic dry snitch probably on this side of reality TV blogging and stuff like that. Y'all, I know you heard it already, but we have to make sure this is not swept under the rug and people understand just how serious this is.
All right, so let's go ahead and get this over with. Everything on this channel, everything on this video is alleged for entertainment purposes only, and everything is in my opinion. Make sure you follow me on social media. Make sure you follow me on TikTok. If you're looking for a smile makeover, hit up Dr. Roger Cooper. Use promotion code AL23 and you'll get 30% off. They're always accepting new clients. All right, y'all, we are back for Love and Marriage Huntsville episode 2. Tomorrow I will be going live for Who's Good at Playing the Game audio. Baby, I got so much stuff in my vault. Like, if they did not have storylines for next season, y'all have no idea how much stuff I got that I could release. But I'm not even trying to go there. I'm trying to let those days be over. But anyway, because you got so many people lying on YouTube saying that they never got their product, but they know they got their money back. But, child, let me tell you something. A lie don't care who tell it. At the end of the day got to end. Y'all better stop listening to these people saying that they never got their product, but they not telling y'all that they did get their money back. And after a chargeback is given back to them, it's not up to the it's not up to the company to refund you, because since you filed a chargeback, you already got your money back. And then also the order say it was fulfilled. So are you lying, saying that you never got it and just wanted to get your money back? But it is what it is. And baby, there are receipts that can vouch everything that I'm saying. Because if I say something, 9 times out of 10, I got receipts to back it up. So y'all stop believing that mess of somebody sitting up here saying that they never received their order. Because you know, 9 times out of 10, you probably got it and just want to say you want the money back. But I know for a fact that you got your money back. I know that for a fact. I saw that with my own eyes.
Wow. You heard it from him. I know for a fact that your order was a chargeback and you got your money back because I saw it with my own eyes. The only way that anybody could see what happens in Shopify is if the owner of the page in the store opens up their customer profile and they share that customer data. Hence,
All right then. All right then. Now we know for sure that the information that we discussed in this presentation and my previous one, remember Bella Barcode? Okay. Went 7 years up the river with no paddle or a canoe. Hmm? Listen, all I'm saying is, Sinister Stormy, if you really racking up the bag like that on TikTok, making million, hitting a million in sales and whatnot and all that kind of stuff, you better start paying your bills and you better get a good lawyer, baby. I suggest you make sure your attorneys are on fleek. Okay. So with that, we're gonna close it on out with this one. I'm gonna make it a shorty. Uh, I might go live a little bit later, maybe tomorrow. Who knows? I might do a premiere. I don't know. It's it's late, so we'll see. But it is 12:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Kakalaka of the North, Kakalaka Persuasion. Y'all continue to keep me lifted in prayer, protection, peace, and groundation because, honey, Karen tried it. All right. And she was so red in the face. What's so makes so funny is when, but by the time she got back up that driveway, back onto her porch, okay, because she felt my energy. Hello, standing at 6 feet even, a nice svelte 156, 159 pounds. Okay, and every year of 52 years old will still rock the damn boat. Okay. I might be from back in the day, but I still got them hands today. Okay. So she knew what was real. And she was so red and upset she couldn't even talk, looked like she was just choking on her words. And then just to confirm what I already knew, the second officer that pulled up was a brother. And he went over with the officer, the first responder. They went together to talk to her. And the brother confirmed, like, yeah, she got some problems. So you did the right thing. So I'm gonna pop my own collar today because normally I would have let that rock because I was like, you know what? I know she gonna lie and I don't feel like dealing with it. Cause if she lie, I'm gonna get even more pissed off and I'm gonna want to go back over there and whoop her ass just off the string. That's how I used to be. But growth, evolution, and practicing the pause, baby, because I was told that I would have had every right to thoroughly curb stomp Karen. Okay, so I'm out for now, y'all. Drink your water. Don't forget your prayers. Kiss your babies. Lock your doors. Keep active. Keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop what you're doing. If you're dancing, keep dancing. If you're walking, keep walking. If you're working out, keep working out. Whatever you're doing, stretch. I'm starting to stretch more. I'm getting back in slowly, getting back in my workout. I used to be, on top of things in that gym, like a gym rat at home though. So we getting back in there. Healing is a process. Don't rush yourself. Honor yourself and please have grace with yourself. And the first person you should always forgive is you. All right, we out for right now, family. One love. Namaste. Black love and black power. I'm out.
Uh. No.